So the new dev team for Squad 44 has released its very first update, Operation Greyhound, and it brings a lot of changes to the game. Some good, some bad, and some I think misunderstood. Let's talk about it. Uh-oh. Alright, so if you've been sucked up in a tactical vacuum, you may have missed the fact that Off-World Industries, along with Mercury Arts, dropped their very first update for Squad 44, and it's a big one. Not big in the sense of added content, but big in the sense of changes. A lot of changes to the gameplay, changes to appearance, and a lot of changes to make the game more accessible to new players. So if you do in fact dwell under a tactical rock, maybe check out the last video I put out as I go over most of the big changes. There are a few things everyone is talking about, starting with the appearance. A lot of people are saying it's not an overhaul, it's a downgrade, and I don't necessarily disagree with them, but from what I've gathered, I am pretty sure the new screen space illumination graphic setting is bugged out. A lot of people are saying you should have that on off, as if you have it on or even on Epic could really butcher your FPS. Now again, this is hearsay. Also maybe turn your gamma down a little bit. Now I have a theory on the new graphics, and I may be reaching, but I personally think that we are seeing the first phase, for lack of a better word, of the effort to get the servers to 100 player slot servers. And what I mean by that is the devs are, behind the scenes, manipulating the code, the textures, the lighting, and whatever they gotta do to get the game to 100 players. And if that's the case, make it look as muddy as you want. I personally think that 10 more players on each side would add so much more beautiful chaos that is Squad 44. I really think going from 40 players to 50 players on your team would make a huge difference to literally everything, even the years old meta of how the game is played. So graphics aside, along with my silly little theory, the other really big change that has a lot of players up in arms, and that is the changes to the spawn mechanics, or more directly, the logistics section. And I must say that I stand with these players. Now, y'all know me. I play this game for the beautiful chaos I mentioned earlier. Above all, I am here for the gunplay for sure. But when you think about it, the thing that really made this game stand out and really make it more than just a great game is or was the logistics section. It made it unique from other games in the Mil-Simp genre. But as much as I sympathize with these Logi players who are rather upset, I also understand what the devs are trying to accomplish here. So much used to hinge on whether or not you had a good Logi section on your team. If you had a bad Logi section, you were more than likely going to have a bad time. I personally do not hate the new system. However, I think and hope it is a long way from its final iteration. Now, if you follow my channel, you've probably heard me say a million times before that I think there should be the ability to build more than 3 fobs. Now we have the ability to build 6, and infantry squad leaders can build their own fobs. But the thing is, they've seemingly turned the Logi section into nothing but glorified Logi runners. For those of you that don't know, a Logi run is when someone drives the Logi truck back to main, pick up more supplies, bringing them back to the front line or forward operating base. And you see, that's the thing. I feel like the Logi section was the soul of Squad 44. But I like to think we could have the best of both worlds. Let's make the logistics section great again. Just buff the hell out of this section. Triple the amount of supplies it can carry. Incentivize the building of super fobs. Even Squad itself has gotten so far away from what made it so great back in the day. Now, one change that I do love is that the defending team can now build right on the point, and I think that is amazing. It seems like the red zone kind of splits the point in half right now, making a front line. I would love to see the defending team even get a little more territory, more supplies, more room, maybe even a third logistics truck for those terrible situations when everything gets picked off by scout cars. I really hope the devs just go crazy with it. Whatever it takes to make the logistics section fun and special again. I mean, it really is and always has been the one thing that kind of separates it from other Mil-Sim style of gameplay. There are two things in Squad 44 that make it so great. Two things that I usually never touch on, two roles that I hardly ever play, but I understand the massive importance of these roles, and that is the medic and the logistics section. These are the two things, or the two roles, where you'll find the best experience in Squad 44. In Hell Let Loose, it's gotten to the point where medics are basically not even played. Just something I would hate to see happen to the Logi section in Squad 44. But yeah, I know a lot of people are freaking out. Believe me, this is my baby too. But I really think we gotta give the devs some time. A lot of them are new devs, and it could take several updates until they really get their footing. But if I am right about them attempting to get to 100 player servers, this could be one of the best things for the game. By adding a fifth more players to each match, it could potentially ×2 the freaking chaos. But what I'm most excited about with the prospect of 100 player servers is the potential to finally play the OG game mode Advanced and Secure. Back in the day, we had a lot of fun matches, but most of the time it would boil down to either being steamrolled or getting the crap hunted out of your fobs. I honestly think once they pull off 100 player servers, Advanced and Secure will finally be a very viable game mode. With 50 players on each team, there would be enough to go around to keep things active and fun whilst you clog your team's comms while trying to attack and defend at the same time. Anyway, I hope you guys are as stoked for Squad 44's future as I am. I urge you all to try and bear with the devs, give them time, give it a few updates. I mean, it could take as much as a year or more until we're even really able to see their vision for the game manifest. All I'm gonna say is, make Logi great again. I just don't want to see the section slowly but surely slipped under the rug like the amazing Advanced and Secure game mode was so long ago. And with that said, I'm gonna leave you guys with a crazy gameplay clip. I'm playing as an infantry squad leader on Haguenau on the defending side, and my entire squad, or team really, was being a bunch of sissies, so I had to push their little staging jump off point by myself. Man, if I only had one more bullet.
Commander G, Commander G. Here.
Follow me. Set you up over here.
Move away.
Yeah, come to me.
Okay.
Try to set up over here. We're gonna try to be aggressive.
There's infantry all over there, dude. They're like, as we push, they just flank us to the south.
I might try and rotate south just to blow up spawns.
We got armored car pushing on the south.
Infantry coming from south of us.
I'm going in too. Shit. On me, I'm about to get him. Alright, I want to thank everybody for watching. Let me know your thoughts of the new update down in the comments. Are you a Logi player? Go ahead, air your grievances. But more importantly, I want to know how you think spawn mechanics and the Logi section should be fleshed out from this point. I have a feeling some of you are going to say, just go back to the old logistics mechanics. Anyway, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. As usual, a big shout out to my channel members, the Mil-Simp minions, my inspiration. I will see you boys in the next one. Y'all be good to each other.